Hello everyone and welcome to week 9 of our ENGL 110 late start oral communication class. Sorry, I think I got the weeks mixed up a bit over the last couple weeks. I think there were actually 2 week 7s there. We are in the middle of week 9. We got 12 weeks in the class, so we have 4 weeks left, including this week. And this week you're going to be working on your persuasive speech. You can choose any topic that you would like. There are a couple of things you do need to decide on when creating this speech. It's due by the end of the week. You need to record it. And I know that there were a few people that could not get recordings submitted because the files were too large. So I actually want to show you a way to do that in this video lecture as well, using the Brightspace platform. Okay, so first of all, for your persuasive speech, there are a couple different functions for persuasive speeches, and you need to decide which one you want to attempt. There are speeches that convince, where you're trying to establish agreement amongst the people who are listening to the speech. And then there are speeches to actuate, which is when you try to motivate behaviors. An example of this might be a speech on climate change. Perhaps I want to create a speech that convinces the audience that climate change is happening and that it's man-made. If I was going to do a speech about climate change that was a speech to actuate, I might encourage the audience to enact in behaviors that would mitigate the effects of climate change. Choosing the kind of cars you're using, or the amount of energy that you use, or types of energy that you use. So those are the two different kinds of functions for persuasive speeches. Speeches that convince and speeches that actuate. There are different types of persuasive speeches, and this is all from the persuasive speech chapter. I'm sure you know this after answering the questions from last week. But for persuasive speeches, you need to either have a proposition of fact, a proposition of value, or a proposition of policy. A proposition of fact is attempting to look at an idea and prove something to be true. Again, if we were going to do the climate change speech, perhaps if I was trying to create a proposition of fact, I would create a speech that tried to get the audience to agree that climate change is real. And I would use facts to try to support that idea and have the audience agree with me that it is a real concept. Propositions of value are ones that deal with right and wrong, worst, better, best, morals and ethics, that this choice is the best choice because, or this movie is the best film because. I'm really trying to get the audience to agree with a value. And finally, policy is a type of speech where I'm advocating for a course of action. It's that actuate type of speech where I'm really advocating for the audience to do something or change a policy that we currently have. Those are the things you need to decide. What function you want your speech to achieve, and then which type of persuasive speech you want to do. You're going to be bringing outside sources into this speech. We're going to practice using outside sources. And most likely you're going to bring in studies, authors that support your ideas. So if you were perhaps doing that climate change speech, you might find the UN report on climate change, or there are a number of scientific writings about climate change and authors that have written about it. I might choose some of those that would support my position on that topic. I think finally what you want to do is think about your purpose statement. What do you want to achieve in this speech? A general purpose statement is the broader goal of the speech, and a specific purpose statement describes precisely what the speech is intended to do. This is something I got a speech about a few years ago called plogging. Has anyone out there heard of plogging? Do I have any ploggers out there? Plogging is picking up trash when you jog. Engaging in an act of civic duty while you're doing your exercise. Now, the general purpose of my speech, if I was going to do something about this, might just be to persuade the audience to plog. That's what I want you walking away from my speeches. walking away and figuring out how you can make a change doing this. My specific purpose would be to show the effects of littering, how dangerous that is, not only for us but for animals as well, and then persuade the audience of the benefits of plugging. So that's just, I want to give you an example of a general purpose statement and a specific purpose statement. These are both great things to put into your outlines. Now finally, here is our website, and here's the assignment for the persuasive speech. When you go there, it should look like this. There'll be some instructions, and I've even put an outline example there for you. When you want to submit something, you can add attachments. And when you click on adding attachments, you can actually record a video where it says record. So if I wanted to do that, you can't access it because I'm actually on the camera right now. But that would allow me to record the speech right there. I think that's the easiest way to get these speeches into the assignment. I had a lot of people who had videos that were too long, that couldn't be posted for the informative assignment. And I think with the persuasive assignment, this might be the best way to go. This is a 3 to 5 minute speech, so it's not that long and it shouldn't take up too much data. The problem with this is you can't go back and edit it. So you really kind of have a one-shot or multi-shot deal with this. If you make a mistake, you can go back and put a new recording in. Alright, I hope this helps with the assignment. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Take care, and all the best to you and your family. I hope you're well, and take care.